All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 0022426 State versus Axel Ramirez. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Megan Galloway for the city.
Robert Mauer for defendant, Your Honor.
And are you Axel Ramirez? All right, you entered a plea of guilty on May 23rd, 2025. It was recalled for today. According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 6 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. The state is opposed to your application for community supervision. They're taking in consideration 2025 CR 002422. There's to be restitution of $100 to Ben Cadena, Cadena. There was a request for a PSI. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state, defense?
Yes, sir.
We have, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI report, state, defense?
No, not from defense, Judge.
All right, state, any witnesses?
No, Your
Defense, any witnesses?
Judge, I would like to call Axel Ramirez, please.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Axel Ramirez,
All right, you may proceed.
Axel, how old are you?
24.
And I reviewed the PSI with you, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I noted you have very little criminal history. You had a case that was dismissed in Frio, and I think prior to that you had a failure to ID,
Yes, sir.
correct? And this incident happened when you were 22 years old.
Yes, sir.
And would you agree the night of the incident you were extremely intoxicated?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Were you were intoxicated?
Yes, sir.
And I guess the first question is, do you feel, I guess, regret or remorse over what happened?
Yes, sir, I do. That wasn't me that night. I'm so ashamed of myself. And it was actually an eye opener for me to leave alcohol. It was easy for me to leave the alcohol alone.
Okay. So have you, I guess, since that incident, have you started attending AA classes?
Yes, sir, I have.
And do you have a sponsor?
Yes, I do.
And I guess as part of AA, you understand that it's you're never really reformed from alcohol addiction. It's something you have to work on every day, right?
Yes, sir.
And at 24 years old, this is a really serious offense to pick up because of your problems with alcohol.
Yes, sir.
And we reviewed, you had a bunch of.
I'm sorry to interrupt you off the record for a moment. Deputy Laura, do you want them removed? Sorry for the interruption. All right, and what are the names? I have on here Lazarus Carrillo.
Yes, that's the defendant's name. He's in custody.
All right, who's here for Lazarus Carrillo? All right, who are the complainants? And by complainants, I mean victim's family. All right, and people over here are for the defendant's family? All right, so this is what I'm going to explain to you all. There will be no outbursts in this courtroom. I understand that when there are criminal cases, emotions tend to run high. And what are the charges in this case?
Capital murder, Judge.
All right, so it's capital murder. So it's being alleged that someone has been murdered. So I understand that emotions can run high, but they can't run high in this courtroom. And let me just tell you why. The deputies are in charge of security. What does that mean? That means that it's their job to keep everybody safe, to keep the victim's family safe, to keep the defendant's family safe, to keep the defendant safe, because this is America. We have jury trials. There's a legal process. So if there are outbursts, if there are interactions between the two families, you know what's going to end up happening? You're going to be banned from this courtroom, and the only time you will be allowed back is if you are being called as a witness. Does everyone understand? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Yes? All right, so to make things easier for the deputies, the defendant's family, if you could move to the interior, please. Whoever's here for the defendant, raise your hand. All right, if you'll move down and be more to the interior, please. And for everyone else, I didn't make this announcement, but here's the thing. People who are brought out here, they're brought out here for their cases. I like things to be run orderly. You are not allowed to talk to them. They're not going to make gestures at you. Don't make gestures at them. If you talk to them, a deputy is going to tap you on the shoulder. No explanation is necessary for you. That tap on the shoulder means that you are to leave, and the only time you will be brought back here is for a witness. Does everyone understand? All right. Thank you, everyone. All right. We're back on the record. Sorry about
That's
that.
okay. So you're committed to maintaining your sobriety, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I also noted you came to court one time on a violation report for, I guess, a high breath,
Yes.
but that was, you said, based upon mouthwash use. And you're adamant you have not consumed alcohol and you're going to maintain your sobriety no matter what, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any children, any family you're supporting right now?
Yes, sir. I have a 3-year-old. I'm the head of the household there. And yeah, I'm basically I'm the money maker, and they really need me.
Okay. Well, the important thing obviously is making sure the court knows that you're committed to maintaining your sobriety and that something like this won't happen again.
Sir, I actually made a promise to myself and to God. I'm stop doing alcohol, stop drinking alcohol.
I pass a witness. She may have some questions for you.
Mr. Ramirez, what do you currently do for work?
I work in the oil fields, ma'am.
Okay, were you working in the oil fields back in 2023?
No, ma'am, I was doing concrete.
Okay. And about how much were you making back in 2023?
I would say, honestly, ma'am, like a month or like a
Yeah,
year.
like a month.
I would come home with like 40,000.
Right.
4,000.
Okay, between 4,000 or 5,000
Yes,
a
ma'am.
month. Okay. And so I guess the date that this happened on July 11th, 2013, you had been out drinking.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were you like out at a bar, at a club, or?
I was at a friend's house.
Okay. And so with you making about $4,000 to $5,000 a month, I mean, you could have called a taxi or an Uber, is
Yes, ma'am.
that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but you chose to not do that.
Yes, ma'am.
And you operate in your motor vehicle and you understand, I mean, where was this house in relation to your house?
It was about how far it was apart.
Yes.
I'll say like a 15-minute drive.
Okay, so you still have 15 minutes to
Yes,
get
ma'am.
to your home from where the crash happened.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so you understand that the victim in this case was just working in his backyard on his car when you crashed into him and injured him, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I was reviewing the PSI, and it says in the PSI that you feel that you no longer have a substance abuse problem with alcohol. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I'm like I said, I made a promise to myself, and I feel like because of that, it made me really stop drinking alcohol, consuming alcohol. But like I said, I'm willing to do what I want to do.
Okay, and you said that you have a sponsor with Alcohol Anonymous?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's your sponsor's name?
It is called I don't know what it's called. It was I forgot the name is, but I have done the classes with them. So.
Okay, about how many times do you meet with, or do you meet?
I have done over 124, 25 classes.
Okay, when was your last meeting?
It was in let's say August, around August.
Okay.
I can't get it at the top of my head.
So August of 2024.
Yes.
Okay. But you understand, right, that if you have an alcohol issue to where it's causing you to get behind a motor vehicle and drive when you shouldn't, that's something that doesn't just go away, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It's something that you have to work towards continually, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you understand that your blood in this case, your blood alcohol concentration came back to almost double the legal limit, right?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Okay. We pass the witness line.
When did you start working in the oil fields?
I just started like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, and can you tell the name of the AA program you went to? Do you remember the name of it?
Yeah, I think it's called, what's it called? Alcohol. I can't remember the top of my head, so.
Okay. But obviously, you understand that if the judge gives you a chance on probation, there's a lot of conditions that you
Yes,
would have
sir.
to abide with. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's all I have, Judge.
Any further questions?
Just one, I guess when the crash occurred, you didn't stay there on the scene, right?
I got nervousness and I remember I didn't know what I hit until I realized it on the mirror, and that's when I went back.
Okay. So about how long were you gone from the scene?
So I just went around the block.
We pass it on.
Any further questions?
No.
All right. State, you are opposed. Are you still opposed after hearing everything?
I will remain silent.
All right. So here's the thing. I'm going to give you some choices today. I've read the PSI report. In the PSI report, I don't think there's been contact with the complainant.
No, Judge, our office did have contact with the complainant, but for some reason, the PSI officer was unable to connect with the complainant.
All right, and I see that the restitution amount is $100, so that tells me something with the restitution amount. So, I'm sorry?
Sorry, if I could just speak to that really briefly.
Yes.
That wasn't relating to the medical bills because that was covered through insurance and the complainant wasn't requesting restitution for that. That was just for property damage.
Okay. All right, so the state is now silent. Any objections to the change in the plea bargain agreement from the state being opposed to silent?
No.
All right, so these are your choices. The state has set that plea bargain agreement at a cap of 6 years. So what could happen? I could send you to prison up to 6 years. You would probably be out potentially and maybe 5, depending on what they're doing in the prison system, because it's a DWI. Sometimes they keep people longer to that. Or I could place you on probation. And if I place you on probation, state, what would be your recommendation for length of probation time?
I would request 6 years.
All right. So they're saying that you would be on probation for 6 years, which would mean that I would be able to monitor you for 6 years. If you violated your probation, you're looking at 6 years in the prison.
Yes, ma'am.
This way, the way I see it is, and I want you to understand my thought process, right? There's a problem in San Antonio with people drinking and driving. You now know this, and you're one of those problems, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If I send you to prison, you go to prison, you'll get out of prison. Who knows? Maybe they're overcrowded. Maybe they release you well before 6 years. Maybe they release you in 2 or 3, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But by placing you on probation, I have you really supervised for longer because you're not allowed to get off of probation early for DWIs. Your attorney will tell you that. So you'll have to serve the entire 6 years. If for some reason you violated the conditions of probation, you're looking at 6 years.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So these are your choices today. I can send you to prison for 6 years, or I will place you on probation for 6 years. Do you need to discuss that with your attorney? Some people tell me probation in here is too hard. They just would rather do the prison time.
Yes, ma'am.
But you can speak to your attorney.
I'll take the 6-year probation.
Okay. Sorry?
6-year probation.
All right. But Sean said she couldn't hear us. All right, so then this is what the court is going to do. You do have a guilty conviction, so it's guilty. It's a felony conviction. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. Defendant is allowed to travel throughout the state of Texas for employment. All right, there's to be 10 days in the Bexar County Jail. Question, does he want to serve the 10 days in the Bexar County Jail or does he want to be on GPS?
So it's mandatory, so you can do either the straight 10 days or you can do GPS.
I'll do GPS.
All right, then that's going to be 30 days GPS, partial for employment.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, 30 days, GPS, partial for employment only. What does that mean? That means that if you are driving from your employment and you see an HEB or something, you're like, hey, let me pick up some formula for the baby. You're not allowed to do that. It's only for employment. You understand?
Oh, so,
But she's saying is you'll be allowed to go to work and go
Okay.
back home. You can't go run errands or anything else
oh,
like
okay,
that.
yes,
And
ma'am.
that's only for the 30 days you're on GPS.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right. And that 30 days, GPS will be, in lieu of 10 days in the Bexar County Jail. And the court, for the record, the court is allowing that because 1, there's overcrowding at the jail. 2, there are health issues at the jail. And 3, based upon your testimony that you have a 3-month-old, I don't think you want to be bringing germs back to a 3-month-old. There is to be a license suspension for 2 years. I'm going to follow the recommendations of the PSI, TAP evaluation, which is intensive outpatient treatment. And I'm going to order 90 sober meetings in 90 days. VIP Live, DWI, education course. There should be a $2,000 fine. That will be probated. Take in consideration 2025 CR 002422. There should be $100 restitution to Ben Cadena. There's 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, the restitution hours we deem satisfied. And this is just something I think you should do. I think you should do a letter of apology to Mr. Ben Cadena. All right.
Is that a condition, Judge?
Yes. And let me just tell you why I'm doing that, because I want you to sit down and really internalize how your actions impacted his life. You understand?
That's fine with me, miss, because I really wanted to apologize. So it's just I couldn't have contact.
Okay. Well, I'm going to order that.
So I'm thinking.
Probation, I'm sorry, field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Probation, is there anything else?
Judge, for that, GPS, is that, are the fees waived? And, if not, when do you want it installed?
All right. Are you able to afford the GPS? For that month, it's probably going to be $350, $360, something of that nature.
Or like I have to pay that today or by the end of the
Now,
day?
here's the question. Are you able to afford to pay it or do you need the fees waived?
I need the fees waived.
All right, GPS fees waived. And when is the earliest he can have it on?
Judge, Wednesday?
All right, you're to have that installed by Wednesday. No later than 5 p.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else, probation?
And I do apologize, Judge. You asked for field visits 1 time a month for how many months?
3 months.
Nothing else, Judge.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am.
Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You're on probation. You're not allowed to drink alcohol, period. If you do, a motion to revoke is going to be filed, and you're looking at 6 years in the prison. And let me explain something to you. You say you have a 3-month-old?
Yes, ma'am.
If you go away for 2 years or whatever it is, somebody else is going to end up raising your child. It'll probably be some other guy. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't want that to happen, you had better be successful on this probation.
I will.
All right. In this court, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it, if I'm here, you can come back and address it with me. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand all of your conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Maxwell, go ahead.
Thank you. All right. Ethan Rosales.
Sorry, Judge, and I'm gonna have one witness on this one.
Okay. Court is calling 2024 CR 2791A State versus Ethan Anthony Rosales. Can I have parties announce?
Robert Mauer for defendant.
And are you Mr. Rosales? All right, you entered a plea of guilty on May 23rd. According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 7 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine, and the state is silent on your application. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
We have, Judge.
Any objections to the PSI report from either side?
No, Judge.
All right. State, you are silent. Defense, do you have any witnesses?
Yes, Judge, I would like to call Tony Rosales.
All right. If they'll come forward, please. All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Antonio Rosales.
All right.
And Judge, if I could, I guess kind of give you some backstory, and I'm sure Megan will let me know if I missed any facts. So this incident took place in 2022. My client was a driver of a car. There were several other young men in the car with him with this incident who participated in this. Subsequent to that incident, my client had been, I guess, arrested, and then Mike Beliveau had represented him. That charge had been dismissed. Okay. Since that time, Ethan he got a job. He became a licensed security guard, passed his level 3, and was, I think, had turned his life around from this incident. And then this charge came back up, and that's what brings us here today.
Oh, so I can be sure. So he became a licensed security guard, then this charge popped up.
Yes, then this subsequent charge, yes. So he had
Okay.
passed all his levels. He was licensed to carry a firearm as a security guard. He passed all the testing, all the background checks. And then I guess the case got refiled as the deadly conduct. At least 2 of the other juveniles in the car with him, I think subsequently have been arrested and charged with capital murder. Okay, which is why he's here as a co-defendant on the deadly conduct charge. So obviously the boys he was with that night, and it's noted in the offense report, he after work had gone to this Nathan kid's house, and that's how he ended up being involved in this situation.
And the capital murder charge has absolutely nothing to do with this offense.
No. So I guess what I just wanted to point out to the court is, since his incident in 2022, Ethan has turned his life around, has a good, productive job. He's still working as a security guard, not carrying a firearm, but just a lower level of security guard. And the reason I wanted his dad up here is to speak to a couple things. First of all, about the changes in Ethan since then and also about the job opportunities he's got. So may I proceed?
Yes.
So Tony, I know you and I have had several conversations about Ethan and what happened that night. Can you tell the court what sort of attitude or behavior you've seen out of Ethan since this incident back in 2022?
Before and since this incident, I mean, that night he used very, very poor judgment. I mean, he made a very bad decision, but he acknowledges it, his family acknowledges, we all acknowledge what he did. And like I said, like you just said, you know, we all assumed it was resolved and we can start trying to remove this from him. And he proceeded to get his commission with the state. He in fact, the day he was arrested with the indictment, he was on his way to work. He was carrying his firearm. He was in uniform. And then everything came crashing down again. But that still hasn't stopped him. We've talked about him going to St. Philip's College for
Yeah,
CDL.
let me ask you some, well, I have to ask informal questions. So
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So what kind of work do you do?
Oh, I'm an HSE engineer on petroleum industry.
Okay.
I've been doing that for the last decade and a half.
Okay, and so you and I have talked about Ethan's opportunities in the oil field, correct?
Yes,
Okay, and you and I have discussed and you, Ethan, I guess the goal is if he gets probation, that he wants to apply to be a commercial truck driver. Correct?
yeah, he's already set up for a SAGE program at St. Philip's College, but we have to wait to see what happens here.
Okay, and then I guess as part of that, if he gets if he's able to finish his program as a commercial truck driver, he has a lot of opportunities for work in the oil field and the oil industry, correct?
Yeah, oh, well, as a service provider, not directly in the oil field, but as a service provider, yes.
Okay, and can you tell the court what a service provider is?
So basically you'd be transporting materials back and forth. Depending on the outcome of this court will be determined whether or not he can get his TWIC.
Okay, tell the court what the TWIC is.
Transportation Work Identification Card. There are federal and felony restrictions to that. It's not always 100% that he won't be able to get his TWIC, but he could always get a waiver. The thing is it will limit his opportunities to be able to get a TWIC card if he doesn't get a waiver approved. But that means he can still work with a CDL. He just won't have as much opportunities for advancement as he normally would.
But I guess what you're telling the court is Ethan has a lot of opportunities and possibilities
Oh, yeah.
facing him. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, and I guess I didn't see any violation reports or anything that's been filed. I guess, has Ethan been living with you since the incident?
100%. Yeah. I mean, all he does is work and come home and play on the Xbox. I mean, that's basically all he does.
Okay, so you haven't had any problems with him
No.
since then? Okay, and I guess, are you asking the court to give him an opportunity at probation?
Absolutely. I mean, he's not been in trouble before this or since this.
And we went over the PSI together, right? And you
Yes,
saw
sir.
how serious the offense was, right?
Yes, and I would not, I mean, it's hard for me to say because obviously I want to do everything. I mean, I've got a private lawyer. I did everything I can to try to keep him out of jail, keep him out of prison because that's not where he belongs. But to be honest with you, I've read it and I understand what he did. And even as his father, I still can't say that I wouldn't have the same feelings or make the same statement that they made in the PSI.
Well, I think it's good that you're honest about this situation and recognize the severity of the situation, but also understand that, hopefully, given the opportunity, Ethan can be successful.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all I have, Judge. And Judge, I had given these to Megan. These are just some of his withholding stuff and some of the state licensing stuff. Thank you.
All right.
That's all I have.
May I ask a question?
Of course.
All right. In regards to this incident,
Yes, ma'am.
was he living with you during this time?
Yes,
All right, and these people he was involved with, did you know them beforehand?
no, if I could clarify a little bit.
Sure.
So military, firefighter, paramedic, and then I went into oil field patrolling,
Mhm.
but prior to COVID and actually up past COVID, I worked overseas, Venezuela, Africa, Mozambique. So I was gone quite a bit. So he predominantly stayed with me when I was in country, which was for 3 weeks at a time, every other month. But the rest of the time he stayed with his mother on that side of town.
Okay.
So yes, he had those friends and everything happened on the west side of town, southwest side of town. I live on going towards Floresville off of 181. Since this incident, I've been home 100% of the time. I work in West Texas now. And yes, he lives with me 100% of the time now. So I'm not saying this is an excuse because it's definitely not an excuse. I was absent a lot with him growing up because I was overseas. But it's not an excuse because I was still there every other month and spent a lot of quality time with him. It might not have been quantity, but it was quality time for him to know that this was not what he should have done. But yes, now I'm with him 100%, and or rather, he's with me 100% of the time.
All right, and did he talk to you about this incident
Yes.
immediately thereafter?
No, it took some prodding. I mean, more so because he felt when he did break down, you could tell that he was more ashamed of the fact that he did something that he let me down. I not necessarily overbearing, but the military and then firefighter, paramedic, and I've kind of a little bit structured a little bit when I was with my kids, both my kids. And so when he did break down and let me know about everything that happened, obviously, I told him we need to do something about it. And in 2023, when we thought it was going to all be resolved in December, January with Michael, yeah, we said, okay, let's get back on track. And we spent the time and paid the money for him to get his commission with the state and, follow and work because his mother's commissioned as well. And said that what you want to do, that's fine. But we need to figure out the job. We need to figure out a career. And so we've been talking about the CDL and him getting with me in the oil field and trying to get away from. And he has not been with those friends or, well, obviously, because they're locked up, but he's not been involved with anybody on that side of town since.
All right, thank you. Any other questions?
No, Judge.
And I know you're silent, but any questions about?
I know you stated that you understand. So did you view the police reports in this case or?
Not since the incident, yes,
Okay,
but not obviously when he was arrested.
okay. So you understand that your son made an agreement with these individuals. So these individuals told him, hey, this is what we're gonna go do, and your son agreed to go with them. You understand that, correct?
Yes,
And your son did fire his firearm into that house,
yes, he did.
and it was occupied by multiple people. There were two-year-olds inside that home.
Yeah, and I told him, despite the fact that they didn't believe anybody was there, you still fired.
Yes. And besides the two-year-olds that were there were other adult individuals in the home as well. You understand that?
Yes,
Okay. And one of the victims describes that there were over 200 bullet holes inside their home. You understand that?
yes,
Okay. And your son was aware of this and agreed to engage in this type of conduct back in 2022.
from what I understand, and only from my son's recollection, is that he didn't think it was gonna be all what it ended up becoming. To be honest, yes, he knew what they were gonna go do, but he didn't believe it was gonna be as impactful as it was.
So I guess it's my understanding, he just didn't believe that the home was occupied, but he understood that he was.
Yeah,
gonna be
but
in
he didn't
this-
understand that they were gonna do as much damage as they ended up doing.
Okay, but he still engaged in
Yes.
shooting the firearm.
Yes,
He passed the witness.
Are there any other questions?
All right, thank you so much, and thank you for giving me some insights into your son.
thank you.
So,
Any other witnesses?
yes, Judge, I do want to call Axel. I have some issues, I think, as far as if the state's going to be silent. I think cross-examining the witnesses in a manner in which Megan is doing, I think kind of exceeds the scope of the silent. So
All right, well, the court will note that according to the plea bargain agreement, the state is silent, but they are able to address fact issues.
I understand addressing fact issues, but my understanding, Judge, is addressing fact issues as part of argument if I misstate anything, and I have no objection to that.
Okay,
Um,
all right, the court will note your, any objections you have with regards to this witness.
Thank you. And Judge, so I'd like to call Ethan Rosales.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Ethan Rosales?
All right, defense, you may proceed.
So Ethan, you and I reviewed the PSI, right?
Yes, sir.
And I guess over the course of my representation, we discussed the incident in question, right?
Yes, sir.
Repeatedly. And we discussed the boys you were with that night, and obviously the path they went on in their life, right?
Yes, sir.
And they're either, I guess, gonna end up in prison for life or on death row, depending on whatever election the state has made. And so that kind of tells you the people you were hanging out with, right?
Yes, sir.
And I know you expressed regret about what happened to the people at when you met with the probation officer. But I guess when we looked over the PSI and you saw who was in that house, right?
Yes, sir.
You understand, I mean, how lucky you weren't here on murder or capital murder charges, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about your life since the incident. Okay, so I know your dad said after Mr. Belleville got the first charge dismissed, you went out and got your security license, right?
Yes, sir.
And level 3 is the highest level, correct?
There's actually a level 4, but
Okay.
that's private security.
Okay, so you took all these tests, you passed background checks, you got a job, you seem to have your life back on track, right?
Yes, sir.
And then, of course, this new case came out. So obviously the judge has a decision to make about what happens with your life, right? So if you're given the opportunity at probation, you heard your dad talk about the opportunities you have. Do you think you'll be able to take advantage of those opportunities?
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else you want to tell the judge about what happened that night, or anything you want to say to the people involved?
Yeah, I just want to say I'm sorry. I didn't know who was in there. That doesn't change the fact of my decision that I made that night, but it stopped me a lot from job opportunities and moving forward in life to make more money and just be successful.
Okay, but the reason it stopped you is because of the decision you made, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I guess if given the opportunity, do you think you'll be able to comply with any orders or conditions the judge imposes?
100%.
Okay, all right, I have nothing further.
All right, any objections to the court asking?
No, not at all.
questions? Walk me through this. Friends come to you. Were they your friends?
I guess I thought they were
All right. So how did you meet them? How did you all become friends?
just growing up in the school, playing basketball at the park, stuff like that.
All right. Were these your only friends?
You know, I have more friends.
All right. So explain to me how this happened. You have some friends who come to you. So they come to you, and what do they say?
About that night,
Yes.
I ended up going to their house and they let me know.
All right. So you go to their house. Did they call to you and say, hey, come over, let's have, let's meet? Or how did it come to be that you ended up at their home?
I was just getting off of work. I ended up stopping by their house. They let me know.
All right. So you stop by their house. I like to do things step by step. So you stop by their house. What do you do when you get there? Are you all playing
Playing video games. Yes,
playing video games? And so you're playing video games, and tell me how the conversation goes.
I guess they had information, of somebody who was in that house, basically, it was down the street, so that's, we just get caught up.
Well, no. Because I'm trying to figure things out and I'm trying to figure out what your mindset is. You know, I think your attorney and other people, if somebody comes to them and say, hey, we're playing video games, but come with me, we're gonna go shoot up this house. You know, here's your gun, let's go shoot up this house. I'm trying to figure out what your mindset was in all of that. So you're playing video games. Were you drinking?
Man,
All right, so you're not drinking, you're sober. Were they drinking?
no.
So they're not drinking, they're sober. So how does the conversation go?
It was more of a retaliation thing.
No. I mean, like, what's the conversation? You're sitting, you're playing video games, you know, maybe somebody's, you know, talking trash about, you can't win, I beat you. Then what's the next conversation? Hey, there's a person down the street. We don't like that person. We're gonna go shoot up their house. We want you to come with us. I'm trying to figure out where how the conversation went from you're playing video games. Maybe you all are trash talking to each other about, I'm beating you, you can't win. You know, I trash talk during Mortal Kombat. So you're playing the video game. How does the conversation go? Who says, and if you don't want to name names, you don't have to name the specific names, but you know, who brings up the conversation and says, hey, we have some guns, we're gonna go shoot up this house down the street. How does that conversation happen?
So I was at work, I got there, we were playing games, they let me know that they had information from.
Who's they? So what she's at, what she's trying to get is specific of the conversation.
Names.
Yeah, who brought it up?
I would say Chris.
All right, so a conversation starts with Chris. Chris says, what?
He had information from somebody else, I didn't ask who, of whereabouts of somebody that he wanted to retaliate on.
All right, so did he tell you why there was this want or need to retaliate against someone?
Yes, they had shot him previously, don't know the timeline.
So he tells you, hey, look, somebody shot at me previously, and I've just received information that this person is at this house down the street. Is that how it went?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so he tells you that. Then what's the next thing that's said?
I was the only one with the car. They basically asked me if we would go. It was more of an impulse decision.
No, let's not do basically, because I'm trying to figure out what your mindset is, because I have to make a decision on whether or not to grant your application. So he tells you, I have information on the person who shot me. The person who shot me is at this location. All right. Thank you for imparting that information to me, Chris. So where does the conversation go from there?
They asked me if we would go. It was 4 of us.
All right, so they're saying, hey, let's go down the street. Now, when they say, let's go down the street, I'm sure it's not, let's go down the street. What was said?
They said that we were gonna go shoot up the house, that we were gonna retaliate.
All right. And so did you bring a gun to that location?
No, ma'am. I had got off work.
All right, so you got off work, you don't have a weapon, and they're saying, hey, let's go down the street and shoot up the house.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so where does the gun part come in for you?
I mean, they just had guns there, so took one with me.
Well, did they say, hey, you take a gun? Or did you just say, all right, let's do this, and you grab a gun on your own?
Yes, ma'am, I grabbed it.
So you grab a gun, they grab their guns. And at no point in this do you say, you know who shot at you previously, let's call the police and let the police know that this person is down the street. Nobody says that.
No, ma'am.
All right, so you get a gun that's been provided and you all get in the vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you driving?
Yes, ma'am.
So what happens next?
We drove about 2 blocks down the street, and that's where the house was.
Okay, so the house is 2 blocks down the street. And what are you thinking as you're driving to this location?
It was more of an adrenaline rush, like I would say so.
And how old were you?
19.
All right, so you're 19, you're getting an adrenaline rush. And you drive to the house. And how far was that house from where you were playing video games?
I'd say about 3 minutes, maybe.
And nobody thought, so you guys were not gonna walk, you're gonna drive the 3 minutes.
Yes,
All right, so you're in the vehicle, you all pull upside the house, then what happens?
we all got out, shot the house.
You call out?
We all got out and shot the house.
Okay. All right. And then after you shoot the house, what do?
We go back to their house.
So
where we
you
were
get back in
going.
the vehicle and you drive back to the home.
Yes, ma'am.
And does anybody say anything?
No, ma'am, it just went back to, I guess, and games went back to normal.
All right, so then you go back to playing video games. And at some point, did you leave that house to go home?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you talk to anybody?
No, ma'am, I was pulled over. I can't remember the timeline, maybe an hour, 2 hours after. But yes, there was police in the area. I got pulled over.
All right. Any further questions?
No, Judge.
I just have one factual relates to smoke box. So I guess when you were pulled over, you didn't immediately stop, isn't that correct? Okay, you ended up in a crash, right? And you're saying that that firearm did not belong to you, you got it from the other people that you were hanging out with?
Yes, ma'am, but I did take it with me.
Okay, and it was located in your car, right? Or, and then you told police on that day that you threw it out because you didn't want to get caught with it, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, defense.
I think it's just argument, Judge.
All right, the court will hear argument.
So, Judge, obviously, this is a really severe fact pattern. The one thing I would note is I don't think up until this incident, Ethan had any criminal history, and I think since then, he's turned his life around. Obviously, I think Megan can make the court aware of the other, at least two of the other boys involved are in jail on capital murder charges. And obviously, he was definitely running with the wrong group of boys that night. You know, that being said, obviously, he made the decision. He accepts his responsibility for it. He understands what he did and how lucky he is that nobody's dead. What I'd ask the court to consider is since 2022, he's turned his life around. He had and lost a good job, and that's his fault because of the situation he put himself in. But I do think the court can look and see that over 3 years since this incident, he stayed out of trouble. He's, I think, on a good trajectory in life and has a lot of opportunities in front of him. I'd ask the court to consider, and obviously there's a bunch of different possibilities the court can consider. You know, obviously, the most important thing as far as I see is the court grant either, regular probation or deferred. Obviously, deferred would be a great opportunity for him moving forward as far as employment. But what I'd ask the court to just consider some form of supervision, just to recognize that in spite of this horrible situation that he got involved in, he's really shown himself to be a different person than he was when he was 19 years old. And I think he's got a good path in front of him. I'd ask the court to grant his application for either deferred or regular with whatever conditions the court feels are appropriate. And I think he'll be able to do it successfully. I don't think the court will see him again.
All right. This is a difficult case. And let me just tell you why it's a difficult case. It's a difficult case in that when you have children, people always say when you punish a child or give punishment to a child, it needs to be done immediately because otherwise they've done other things that shows that they've internalized what they've done wrong and they've made changes. So it's regretful that this case wasn't done sooner, And that's no fault through the prosecutors. And in this court, sometimes cases are not indicted. But here's my issue. When people get together in these groups and they decide to commit crimes together, sometimes if one person would have said, no, I'm not doing that. For example, it sounds to me like people were lazy. They didn't want to walk the 3 minutes. Probably if you would have said, yeah, I'm not going to drive. I'm not a part of this. Who knows? Maybe they wouldn't have done that day. I'm looking at the complainants too. Sometimes, well, I'm just going to say it. Some things are the cost of doing business, right? If you sell drugs, you're probably going to go to prison. You may end up getting killed. Cost of doing business. If you're a gang member, you may end up getting shot and die. Cost of doing business. If you shoot up someone's home and they come back and shoot up your home, cost of doing business. That probably will happen. But we can't have people running around lawlessly. And that's my issue. So the young children in that house, they were not a part of the cost of doing business. And I see that there's some issue for restitution. And honestly, I don't want to give restitution to somebody who shoots at somebody else, and then somebody comes to their home to shoot up their home, and now you want restitution. That's sort of like the cost of doing business. I'll hear restitution amounts, but it's really the cost of doing business. And I don't think they should benefit from, as we learned in law school, they have dirty hands. So they should not be benefiting with restitution. So the state is offering a cap of 7 years. I just don't think this is a case that's appropriate for probation. Counsel, I'll consider, I'll retain jurisdiction.
Okay,
So,
can I speak to the cap?
yes.
Well, I appreciate the court retaining jurisdiction. So Judge, I'd ask the court to take into consideration that it's been 3 years since this incident, that he's not gotten any more trouble. He's maintained employment. And obviously, if he does well and the court grants him shot, then I think he'll still have a good future in front of him. I'd ask the court to assess sentence of 3 years TDC while retaining jurisdiction.
All right, so the state was silent on his applications, but I don't think they were silent on the cap.
Because I think that covers, I think silent is silent. I think it's entirely up to the court. I don't think if the state wanted to make argument, then they could have opposed.
All right, well, I will tell you this. According to the plea bargain agreement, it says the state will make no recommendations to the application for deferred or community supervision. But state, if you have nothing to say with regards to the cap, the court will make its own decision based upon the stipulations, the PSI report, and defense's argument.
I get, Judge. I don't want to say it's implied in the plea bargain, but that's what I would be asking.
All right, so this is what the court is going to do. There's going to be a $1,500 fine. Time and money run concurrent. The court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. And with regards to the restitution, and I'm serious about with regards to the restitution, you really need to come to court with the clean hands. You can't be a part of this life and then want restitution. But state, was there any restitution?
Judge, they did give an amount to riot officer, the homeowner. And that was $15,740.65, but it says that the out of pocket actual expenses were $6,980.
All right, so here's the question for the court. Were there any receipts provided to defense counsel?
No, Judge, and I guess if we get to a hearing on the motion to shock, I guess we can have a restitution hearing at that time. I mean, it sounds to me like they just provided an amount to
Well, here's
probation.
my question. Were there any receipts?
To my knowledge, no, and there were none attached to the PSN.
All right. So the court doesn't have any receipts before it with regards to restitution.
So Judge, I guess barring that, I mean, I don't think the court can impose restitution based upon estimates or just generic statements from the complainants.
So at this point in time, the court does not have any concrete evidence, not even
Have a seat.
preponderance of the evidence.
Seat.
The court doesn't even have a preponderance of the evidence for restitution. So at this time, the court is going to say there's $0 for restitution. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
No, Judge.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes,
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, off the record, here's the thing. If you strongly want the court to consider perhaps giving you shock probation, you had better show me something that you are doing while you are in custody at the prison. Do you understand?
Okay.
All right, good luck to you. All right, who is here on Diego Chavez?
Guillermo Lara for the defendant, Your Honor.
All right, where is he?
And
All
I've been speaking with him. He's right here.
right, he's come up. And who are you conferring with?
Duffy, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge.
Hello. So it's plea deadline date.
I have it as a discovery hearing, Judge. Is that not accurate?
Now, on May 27th, there was an acknowledgement of discovery was
Okay.
done. And the plea deadline date was for June 9th. The court extended the plea deadline date because the court was in jury trial. So today is plea deadline date.
And Judge, we're not, the defense is not ready to make a statement on whether or not he'd be accepting the plea or not. Judge, I'm about to pick a jury in the 226. They're bringing the jury up right now. I'd ask support for a short extension just to speak with the state as well as the defendant on it.
All right, Norman, can you recall this for next week, please? Thursday?
Next Thursday, Judge?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. The 24th?
All right. That will be your final plea deadline date. There will be no further extension.
Sure.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you excuse.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome. Thank you. Christina Lozano. Good morning. You're on that side.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. How's it going, Hunter?
Going well, Judge. Good to see you as always.
You too.
Best way to start my week.
Oh, that is so awesome. Thank you very much. All right, so where are we on discovery?
So Your Honor, there was a JN issue. We do have the discovery from the misdemeanor case, which is sort of tied to the felony case. At the last setting, we did have an issue, but it's been resolved since then. So we just need time to review it.
So you have all discovery?
To my knowledge, yes, Your Honor.
And I believe that was just last week, Judge. We were here
Yes.
last week.
Okay.
So my understanding is that counsel just needs time to go over that discovery and talk with his client about the offer that I just gave him.
Okay.
That's correct, Judge.
All right, how old are you? All right, Ms. Ferguson, if I can have a 3-week reset for a plea deadline date, please?
August 4th.
All right, so August 4th is going to be your plea deadline date. At that time, you need to let me know whether or not you've reached an agreement with the state. If you all are unable to reach an agreement, your next setting will be a jury trial date. All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Just have a seat and your attorney will bring your reset form to you and then you'll be excused. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good seeing you.
You too.
Thank you.
And Judge, what was that plea deadline date?
It's August 4th.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thanks. All right, who is here on Jeffrey Patrick Smith? Hello.
Good morning, Judge. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's a Monday.
Yes, I'm-
And you know what? The good thing about this Monday, I'm currently alive. So what can you complain about?
Nothing that anybody would, I'd say. I can't.
And now somebody's telling me I need to go see the new Superman movie, so we're gonna make that happen.
There you go.
All right, today is plea deadline date.
Yes, Judge.
So have you all reached an agreement or no?
We've not, but in all candor, we really haven't. We've kind of conferred, but I don't know that we fully conferred yet, but your prosecutors have been in trial last week. I reached
He's
out the
here
week
now.
before. Well, we've been taught, it's up to him. I don't think,
Her.
Well, it is the state's understanding that Mr. Garahan has been working
Mhm.
well on this case, and the
Mhm.
state just got a text that Mr. Garahan is coming from the lab.
Okay.
So if defense is able to maybe wait a little longer, he may be able to confer with the gentleman who wants
I
to.
can wait. I have
Okay.
to give him some stuff that we've done in our own investigation that
All
he
right.
doesn't have yet. We're at the court's pleasure, Judge.
All right, so if you all can wait, if you want to go to another court and they'll text you when he arrives.
I'll wait, Judge.
All right, thank you. Lazarus Correa. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's been a while since I've seen you.
Yeah,
Hopefully you're enjoying life.
I am more, yes.
Yeah. All right. So this case. Was this case transferred or what was going on with this?
It was, Your Honor. Originally, we were in Judge Del Prado court and the case was transferred over here.
All right.
Since then, we've been in here, I think the last time we got a reset for discovery
Mhm.
and it turns out, and a new prosecutor. And it turns out that there's a little bit more items missing than. what
All
we
right, so let's
expected.
talk about that. Under discovery. And I have this listed as an aggravated robbery, is that correct?
No, it's capital murder.
It's a capital murder, Your Honor. There is a second charge for aggravated robbery as well.
All right, let me see if I can find. All right, so what discovery is missing? Because we were here in May. And I recalled it for July to give people time to make an offer and make sure that discovery was in. So,
So based on that, Your Honor, we were provided some additional discovery this last week. We're aware that there are at least 2 phone dumps that I know that they're working on right now. One of the other matters, I'm running into it on all of my capital murder cases, is the fact that Mr. Wallace, who was the ballistics gentleman who handled most of the evidence at the Bexar County, moved. And so in most of my cases, they are having to retest all of the ballistics.
when is that gonna be done, the retesting?
Your Honor, I am in communication with the lab. I am just waiting on a date that it can get done by from them and has already put in the request. Additionally, as Mr. McKay said, we are waiting on 2 phone dumps. They are already completed. And I do have the detective bringing it over to me. It's gonna take some time to get that downloaded, plus the LICA information downloaded and over to defense.
And I know that she's waiting on a response back on the ballistics. On average, it's taking at least 30 days in all my other cases, and they're redoing it on almost all of them.
All righty, this is what the court is gonna do, and this is gonna be the last setting for discovery. Ms. Ferguson, give me a 2-month reset. This is your final discovery date.
Yes, Judge.
And if for some reason there's discovery that is not here, it's gonna be called the following day and states you'll need to subpoena witnesses to be here to answer why the discovery isn't turned over.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, what date?
I can do the September 11th, Judge.
I'm available that day, Your Honor.
All right. So we're gonna be back on September 11th for discovery.
Thank you.
And so it's the phone dump that's needed. And ballistics retest. Anything else?
That about sounds
like
right,
it,
Your
yeah.
Honor.
All right. Do you have any questions, sir?
No.
All right, we'll see you back on September 11th.
Gotcha.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Judge.
Thank you.
He's ready to go.
Angelina Longoria. All right, Ms. Abrams,
Yes, Judge.
this is for a compliance hearing.
Yes, Judge. A supplemental report was submitted to the court late, June, indicating that a field visit was conducted in April. And it appears that the no contact, order with Savannah Gutierrez, they're actually residing together.
Well,
They are
husband and wife, I mean, married.
They are legally married
Mhm.
and they have a new child. Ms. Gutierrez and Ms. Longoria are listed on the child's birth certificate. She has been compliant with all of the other terms of her condition.
For clarification, Judge, they're not residing together. They, at one point, my client was residing at Ms. Gutierrez's grandfather's home, grandparents' home, and assisting the grandparents. But at that time, Ms. Gutierrez, I understand, was living someplace else. They have had contact because of the children, Judge. But my understanding is that they haven't actually been living together. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so according to your plea bargain agreement, you're not to have contact. That's your plea bargain agreement. That's what you signed for.
Yes, ma'am.
So you have a choice. You can continue to have contact with her, and then you're looking at potentially 20 years in the prison. But the agreement you made with the state in your plea bargain agreement is no contact. So,
Okay, and Judge, because of the children, we have filed a motion to modify conditions of community supervision, asking that they have contact. This was filed earlier today. I don't
have
know.
you conferred with the state?
I haven't not,
All right,
just
so-
briefly as to the actual
Okay.
review today. That was.
All right, well, you'll need to confer with the state because their plea bargain agreement is no contact.
I can do that.
All right.
Thank you. Just.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Joe Maria Ramos. Good morning. Hello. Okay, nobody told me the black memo.
Oh, yeah. We have your robe.
Okay, that'll count. Yeah, okay. All right.
Like your green shirt. so.
Oh, thank you. All right, today is his plea deadline date. So is this going to be a jury trial?
So Judge, I will say that defense just last week gave me a couple hundred records of medical records that may actually have an extensive reason for me to change seeking PDC in this case. Since I just got it, I think Wednesday or Thursday, I haven't had a chance to review all of it. So I would ask just for a short reset so I can do that to see if that will in fact drastically change the offer the state's offering in this case.
All right.
We don't have a formal offer. We've never been extended a formal offer because we've just been working on mitigation and we've gotten, like she said, we had provided a ton of medical history, social history, all kinds, employment history, all kinds of stuff to her.
We were waiting for a while because he was in competency court. He was found competent, but they provided me medical records of a different sort. And so I want to review those before I make that final decision on what I'm going to offer.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Recall this in 2 weeks. There will be no further extensions.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
July 28th.
All right, July 28th. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Walter Miranda.
Miranda.
Who's here on Walter Miranda?
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge.
No.
They're still bringing him up, Judge. Yeah, he's not out. That's why I wasn't paying attention. Thank you, Judge. So long ago.
Simon Garza. Is this on the docket today?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Judge.
All right.
Bring it to you. Rocco, are you gonna be in record?
Yes. Have you conferred with the state?
I have, Judge. This is a discovery setting. This is a very large case of pretty big manslaughter. There's a lot of discovery. We still are going through it. If we can have one more discovery setting to make
Do you
sure we
have
have
all the
everything.
discovery?
I don't know at this point. I believe so. The state says they don't believe there's anything else that they're waiting for. But we're still working on going through everything.
All right, I need a 30-day reset for discovery.
What'd you say, Joe? 30 days?
30-day reset for discovery on Simon Garza.
And then Judge, I believe the state is not opposed to our motion to allow my client to go to church services on Sundays.
Which one?
He is not. I'm
One thing
sorry.
at a time.
I'm so sorry.
All right, could I see the state on Simon Garza? All right, I don't know what the manslaughter case is about, but the defense has filed this motion to amend conditions for church services.
Judge, the origins of the manslaughter are a car crash. The court already has the conditions of no driving on the defendant, and so given that fact, we would not have an objection to their motion as long as the defendant is not operating a motor vehicle.
All right, what church service only lasts for an hour? People need to find this church service.
Always when I was growing up, they were only an hour, Judge.
Oh my gosh, is that enough time to get the word? I don't think so. Mr. Simmons, what are they doing with 1 hour church service?
It takes that long to pick up the offering in my case.
I mean, is the choir singing at all?
Absolutely. And Judge, his fiance, right, girlfriend fiance is going to be driving him to church.
All
So he
right.
will not be driving.
All right, don't tag her as a fiance. Maybe he doesn't want to tag as a fiance yet. I don't know.
Yeah, so we were looking at like common law marriage, so.
I don't understand why people do common law marriage instead of just going to get married. What's the song? Meet me at the altar in your white dress. We're not doing anything else, so let's get married. But okay, that's not a good reason just to get married, by the way.
Judge, I do have one additional thing, if you have a minute. On Mr. Garza's case, there's been some confusion. We were here, we had a bond motion. You did rule or order that there would be partial GPS.
Yes.
The GPS have been giving him a hard time saying that he is on full house arrest. I have checked with the clerk several times. They didn't waive fees originally. We got that fixed, but they're still telling him that he's on full house arrest. So we just
Right.
would
So
like to
who
make
is
that.
the
clear.
pretrial services officer?
You know who your pretrial services officer is?
Ortiz.
Ortiz, the first name? We sent it to you, didn't you?
Well, it says that he's allowed employment.
I understand.
So who is it?
It's something with an M. Marcelo Ortiz, maybe? Morelli Ortiz? I'm sorry, Judge, we'd have to look
All
at
right,
the
if
first
you all
name.
will find out who it is, then the court will take that up.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Leonard Solis Arredondo. All right, where's your client? All right, so where are we on discovery?
I just spoke with the prosecutor judge. I believe I'm okay. I signed a discovery acknowledgement. There's one maybe issue, an affidavit from the complainant, but I think he's gonna follow up on that with me, Judge, so I'm okay with it.
All right,
Which tender to the court, signed discovery.
thank you. And tell me, was an offer tendered?
Yes, Judge.
Sir, how old are you?
I'm 34 right now, I'll be 35 on the 31st.
Oh, well, happy birthday. Ms. Ferguson, I need a 2-week reset for a plea deadline date. All right, July 28th is going to be your plea deadline date. At that time, you need to let the court know whether or not you've reached an agreement. If you have reached an agreement, then we will take up the plea. If not, you're going to have a quick turnaround for a jury trial. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can have a seat once you sign the reset form, you're excused. And thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Thank you.
And Judge, what dates are we looking at?
It's July 28th.
Is it possible, can I get the week, maybe after Judge, I have a 2 to 3 week jury trial in Bandera County that's gonna start on the 28th.
Okay.
I do have a pretrial conference on the 17th.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, set this for the 21st. Yes.
I'm out of town, Judge. I got a vacation letter on
Oh,
file.
when will you be back?
The 28th, and that's when my jury trial starts.
All right.
If you want, Judge, I could probably do August 11th and
No, this is gonna remain on the 28th. You can do it by Zoom.
I'm gonna be picking a jury.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Valerie Compion. All right, state, were you able to tender an offer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. She was served, the state has since indicted some new cases. We got served those indictments today, so I think we've gotten all of that figured out. We did get an offer today. We discussed it. We're asking if the court would give us a week or two just to consider that offer, considering the amount of cases and, but we feel confident we would be able to, well, give an answer on that day and hopefully take care of these cases on that day.
Right, do you want it recalled in 2 weeks?
2 weeks, Judge. Yes, that would be
Alright.
great.
Ms. Ferguson, I need a 2-week reset plea deadline date on Compion.
I can do July 29th on that one.
All right, July 29th.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused, and thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you.
Thank you. Angelina Longoria. Yes.
We conferred on the motion, Judge, and they have no objection to the court changing it to no harmful or injurious contact.
All right. All right. Probation. The court will then alternate amend conditions to no harmful or injurious contact with Savannah Gutierrez,
Yes, Judge.
but you're not allowed to reside with her. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe Vikky.
You're welcome, you too. Walter Miranda.
We're ready, Judge.
Thank you. And
Miranda?
after Miranda, it will be Apolinar Rodriguez, Esteban Tiarina, Bayo Duvu, and Carlos Anthony White. If I didn't call your name, it's because I don't have your file. And counsel, are we proceeding on the motion to revoke?
We are, and we did come up with an agreement if you're amenable to judge.
All right, court is calling 2022 CR 1006W State versus Walter Miranda. Can I have parties announced?
Duffy Pitlock for the state of Texas, Your Honor.
Teresa Garcia for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Miranda? Oh, I don't know. He's here.
Sí. Sí.
Yes. Are you Walter Miranda?
Yes.
All right. We have an interpreter here. If you could raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm that you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Pamela Payan.
All right, and counsel, do you speak Spanish?
I do.
And do you speak it fluently?
I do.
All right, Mr. Miranda, the document I'm going to review with you is in English. Was that document explained to you in Spanish?
Yes.
All right. Are you the same Walter Miranda who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 1006W for the offense of theft of material 50% aluminum, bronze, copper, less than $20,000 on February 1st, 2022 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
Yes, Judge. State is proceeding with violation of condition number 2 on or about the 15th day of May, 2024 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Walter Miranda, did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the court, court officer, or supervision officer, and or a duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
Yes.
No, is it true or not true?
It's true.
State,
The state will waive and abandon the remaining violations, Your Honor.
any objection?
No objection, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yeah.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor.
Yes.
That is to adjudicate defendant, place him on regular probation with all the current pending conditions in full effect. There is a note that probationer has not received a mental health evaluation, even though he was referred 3 times. So the state would also ask, while in custody, for that mental health evaluation to be performed, as well as a TAP evaluation, and for probationer to follow all recommendations. The state is recommending 2 years, state jail probated over 2 years, Your Honor.
That's correct, Judge. That's our proposed agreement.
All right. Is there a reason why there wasn't a mental health evaluation done?
The state may ask probation.
Judge Ethan did not show up.
Oh. So that's why your mental health evaluation wasn't done. You didn't show up. So how long has he been missing from reporting?
Well, Judge, I guess it's been a while, but you know, with mental health, you can order him there. That's why we're saying, you know, have him have that evaluation while he's incarcerated to see if he does have issues, which I believe he does. I mean, I think he's competent, but I believe he does have some issues, and move from there.
All right. Has there been any restitution requested from Lowe's or no?
Judge, I don't see anything in the system for restitution.
All right. So, Mr. Miranda, the court understands when people have mental health issues. However, I don't think you're a good candidate for probation. Nobody's seen you. Is there anything you wish to tell the court?
No.
No. The only thing is that I do know that he has told me that he does take care of somebody, I believe it's his husband, and the husband really needs him. I think the husband is sick.
All right. Is there a reason why you didn't report knowing you have to take care of your husband? Oh, do you want to say something to the court? If you wish to say something to me, I'm going to have you placed under oath, and then the state will have a chance to ask whatever questions they want to ask.
Yes.
All right, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Miranda.
Walter Miranda.
All right, where have you been? Probation said that you didn't report for your mental health evaluation. All right, let's do this. Why didn't you report? They say that you've been missing since 2024. Why didn't you report to probation?
Por falta de llegar, por falta de transporte, me quedaba muy lejos a donde me tocaba vivir.
Due to lack of transportation and because it was very far from where I was.
Why didn't you pick up the phone and call probation?
Sí, lo estuve haciendo cada vez cuando no podía, lo hacía, pero se me hacía un poco difícil para llegar a la dirección donde tenía que llegar.
Yes, I understand I would do it when I was able to, but it was a little complicated for me to get to the address.
No, why didn't you pick up the phone and call them?
Lo hacía, pero a veces no me respondían.
I would do it, but sometimes they wouldn't answer.
All right, were you arrested at your home?
Perdón,
Where were you arrested?
en mi casa.
Yes, at home.
And did you have employment?
No,
No,
So when's the last time you had employment?
dejé de trabajar hasta hace como 4 meses para atrás.
I stopped working about 4 months ago.
Why?
por, por estar cuidando a mi pareja. Él ya no puede estar solo tanto tiempo, entonces me dediqué a estar con él.
Because I was taking care of my partner, he can't be on his own for long, so I was dedicating my time to him.
All right. Any questions?
No,
No,
from the
Judge.
state, Your Honor.
No,
All right. I don't think you're a good candidate for probation. You've been missing since 2024 in this court. Communication is key. You can pick up the phone, call probation. If there's an issue with transportation, they will usually allow you to report by Zoom. You're missing of your mental health appointment. It's not that they didn't order it, it's that you didn't attend it. We can't help people who don't want to be helped. The court is finding violation of condition number 2 true. The court will find you guilty, revoke. There's to be no contact with Lowe's. Does anyone wish to speak to time?
Judge, I'd be asking for the minimum, 180 days.
All right, has he done anything on probation? Thank you.
Your Honor, the state does see completion of a theft program. There was proof of employment within the first 30 days originally. Probationer was working at Lisa's, was trying to make money. The state would also be in line with defense's recommendation on the punishment range. The state did recommend adjudication and further community supervision. Yes, probationer did not make his mental health eval. The state thinks that he does want to make these changes, but the state respects and understands whatever this court does today.
All right, so here are the choices. I don't know if anyone would agree to it. The court takes into consideration the fact that he says that there's someone who is 100% dependent on him. He can either do 300 days at the Bexar County Jail under 1244, or he can do 180 days at the state jail facility. Those are the two choices.
Pues hablo, me contaron.
Condado que es.
¿Dónde estás ahorita? ¿Quién se pone? Va a ser más rápido.
¿Y la otra opción cuál es?
180 días en
And the reason why the court is saying 300 days in the Bexar County Jail, because the court is aware how the Bexar County Jail calculates time.
Sí, eso lo está haciendo. No, pero es que estas son sus opciones. Judge, I think he believes it is condado, Bexar County.
All right.
Yes. Giving him, of course, credit for the time he's already spent.
Yes. Then is there any objection to the defendant being sentenced under 1244?
No, Your Honor, not from the state.
All right, sir, are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
All right, I'm sorry, could I get the trial court certification copy I gave to you?
Yes. Thank you.
All right, the court then is, as previously stated, is finding violation of condition number 2 true. The court will find you guilty, revoke. There's to be no contact with Lowe's. The court will sentence you to 300 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. give you credit for any time served. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
All right. Because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. Good luck to you. Thank you.
May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, the parties, yes, yes. Ms. Giovinco?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm sorry, what is your client's name?
Simon Garza.
All right. Ms. Ortiz? On Mr. Garza, the court placed an order that he was allowed to be on partial GPS for employment only. Do you have that documented?
Yeah, I know she was having issues with the Zoom.
She looks like she might be frozen.
All right, thank you. All right, she's frozen. So just give us a moment.
Oh.
Here she is. Hello. So on
Ma'am,
Ms.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. On Mr. Garza, do you have it documented that he's allowed to go to work?
Let me take a look here at my documents. Yes, I have it documented for partial.
All right, so he's allowed employment and also he's allowed to attend church on Sundays from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Okay.
And Judge, I'm sorry, did we allow for time for travel to and from church? I think.
And for the church travel, he's allowed 30 minutes to and from.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, is there anything else?
No, Judge, that's
All
it.
right, thank you so much. There was
Thank you.
on whether or not pretrial services was aware.
Okay, thank you. I'll leave a note on his sanctions now.
All right, thank you so much, and thank you for your prompt response.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Apolinar Rodriguez. Esteban Tiarina.
I'm here for parliamentary.
All right,
I'm sorry,
we're moving slow.
I'm sorry, Judge.
Just have a seat, sir. Let me take this matter up on Apolinar Rodriguez. All right, so where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, I believe that there's one video that we haven't seen, but we should have confirmation of probably by the end of the week, and that's just a body cam. Just to back up for the court to understand, this case is a little bit old. Client was apprehended. He was a fugitive for a while there, and so the video we're talking about is from back in 2023. But I'm thinking that, so in other words, I don't want to say that that we don't have yet.
All right.
But I would like to confirm it because there's some specific facts to address with him. I would think that we could reach a resolution on this case rather quickly, but there's something that needs to be confirmed further.
Right. When do you want this recalled for a plea deadline date?
Your Honor, I would ask for 3 weeks, maybe, Judge, or however the judge.
Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 3-week reset date for a plea deadline date, please?
And Your Honor, we have one other.
Just one moment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thing at a time.
I can do August 4th.
All right, August 4th is going to be your plea deadline date. And the other issue, counsel?
Your Honor, he did have a failure to appear on April the 3rd. 2025. He's currently remanded without bond.
Yes.
We would ask the court to consider setting a bond in this case.
All right, if y'all set that on the docket for hearing, then the court will hear it. And whatever date you want to set that, Ms. Ferguson will take care of it. Number, what page is he on?
He's on the first page, Judge.
Thank you. All right, who's here on Esteban Tiarina? Counsel? Who's the attorney for Esteban Tiarina?
That'd be me, Judge.
Oh. And counsel, your motion has been signed.
Is that the
Investigator.
investigator? Yeah, we've done that one, Judge, this.
You've
one
done
came
that
up from-
before?
Yes, the one for pre-indictment court, but that's where his GPS motions were filed, and that's what this hearing was supposed to be on today. But we do have an agreement with the state pending court approval, of course. To
What
move him-
approval for what?
to move him from full house arrest to partial for him to be able to work, Judge.
All right, does he have proof of employment?
He's working at Linda's Tires. Well, of course, he's on full house arrest, so he can't work for them now, but Linda's Tires and with the tree service, they're both, well, all businesses fundamentally are private businesses right now, but if you get what, it's whatever the court needs, we could produce for the court.
All right,
Do
so
it,
I'll
that's
need
it.
work schedule hours.
You know, can I talk to you for 2 seconds?
Sure. All right, I need a discovery date, 30 days, please,
Well, I guess.
on Esteban Tiarina.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that's okay. Your discovery is going to be August 14th. With regards to the court considering allowing you to work, I'll need a letter from your employer and I will need the work hours. So once that's been provided with me, your counsel can put you on the docket and we'll bring you back in at any time.
At any time?
Yes.
If she could get that this morning before 12, could we possibly?
Before 11:45.
Before 11:45, which would be technically kind of close, but we'll reapproach this on it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And if there are any CPS records, if you all can make sure that you check for that, please. Bio Duke View? Who's the attorney?
That'd be nice, Judge. Thank you.
All right. Hello. So in this one, you have motions to suppress statements, or what are we seeking to suppress?
Your Honor, there were some statements made and there was some video, but Judge, really, I was going through that. His first language is Vietnamese, Judge. He does speak English. I have been able to communicate with him, but I know that out of an abundance of caution, once we get into the weeds of potential fleeing and or trial, so we would ask for a Vietnamese interpreter.
Is he a citizen?
He is a citizen. According, again, that's been verified by way of,
All right, how long has he been in the United States?
how long has it been in the United States? So about 23 years, Courtney.
All right.
So if the court, I just thought that if his first language wasn't English, I thought the policy of the court was to want to have an interpreter, but
No, it's, if he's able to speak and understand English, then, and he feels that he does not need an interpreter, then we will not have an interpreter. All right, so state, have you tendered all discovery on this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was an offer tendered?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, how old are you?
I'm 36.
All right, Ms. Ferguson,
Yes, sir.
can you set this for a 3-week reset for plea deadline date, please?
Same day, the 14th. Oh, I'm sorry, August 4th.
All right, August 14th, that's fine.
No, August 4th.
August 4th? All right. All right, we'll have you brought back on August 4th. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
Oh, no, that's all.
And just, I'm not sure, did the court call? I'm not sure if we're on the record, Judge?
No.
Okay, well, regardless, but Val, we will put it on the record. You're saying that you can understand the English language?
All right,
You
you
were
want to go
giving
on the
your-
record? All right, the
2
court
seconds.
is calling 2025 CR 006190, 2025 CR 006189, 2025 CR 006191, State versus Bao Duc View. Can I have parties, can I have defense announced?
Attorney Bill Simmons for defense.
And are you Mr. Vu?
Yeah.
Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record. State your name for the record.
My name is Bob Budak.
All right, how long have you been in the United States?
I've been in the United States almost 23, 24 years.
All right, and are you a US citizen?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Are you able to understand the English language?
Yes, I am.
All right, do you need an interpreter appointed?
No, I don't think I need it.
Well, no, not I don't think. If you need an interpreter to speak in the Vietnamese language, then we will make sure that an interpreter is present. If you do not need an interpreter, then we will not have an interpreter present. Do you need an interpreter? That's either yes or no. There's no right or wrong answer. No? Anything else?
No, that's all.
No, Your Honor, so when we went through your indictments, you understand you have 3 indictments. You read them, you understand what they say, and you read them back to me, remember? All 3 of them, the case for the criminal mischief, the attempt to take a weapon from an officer, and the assault of a peace officer. Judge, we've gone through those and you understand what you're charged with and are able to communicate effectively with that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So again, you do not need an interpreter.
No, no.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Maybe excuse Your Honor.
Yes.
Okay. Please be.
Hi.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
back.
We're back, I know.
Yeah. All right. So today was the plea deadline date, and
And we've not reached an agreement, Judge, so we go to the trial set.
how long do y'all expect the trial to last?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
What?
3 to 5 days?
All right, Ms. Ferguson,
Yeah, okay.
this is 3-day jury trial. That excludes jury selection. They need a jury trial date. Your plea deadline date has expired. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements without good cause. Otherwise, you have to be open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. So if y'all will confer with Ms. Ferguson, she'll give you a jury trial date. Norma, see if there's anything available in August.
You said August what?
18th.
Thank you.
Who is here on Jesus Zamaripa? Hello.
Hello.
Hi, why were you late for court?
Well, I was late, but I woke up pretty late.
All right, do you want to be in jail? Because at the Bexar County Jail, we'll know where you are and they'll bring you here. Sometimes they bring you late, but they'll make sure you're here. Would you like that?
No, Your Honor,
How old are you?
19.
All right, do not be late for this court again. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, my understanding is today for disposition. Is that not the case?
For disposition, Your Honor, I believe we were scheduled on a plea deadline for Mr. Zamaripa. We do have an agreement with the state. However, it does involve an unindicted case with family violence. We were trying to get that taken care of this morning, but I believe family violence is running into some issues getting the waiver plea taken care of. We're asking just for a short reset so that we can get all the plea paperwork taken care of and presented to the court.
All right, Norma, recall this for Thursday.
Sounds good, Judge.
And you need to be on time. If you're not on time, the court will consider a bond forfeiture. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you for addressing appropriately for court, though. I appreciate that. All right, just make sure you're on time, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's what type of setting is it?
It's for a plea.
Yes, Judge.
All right, just have a seat. Your attorney will bring the reset form to you. Welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Enjoy the rest of your day as well.
Oh, thank you. Lena Marino.
I'm here for her, Your Honor.
All right, has all discovery been received?
So far, Judge, this is what, let me show the court. This is what the file looks like. It's a 16 count indictment on a theft case. We are in the process of negotiating a possible plea deal with the state. I've conferred with Mr. Duffy over here. We asked the court if we could get one more setting because my client may have some potential mitigating evidence to some of this. So again, we could just ask the court for a little bit more time on this. I think this will put us in a better position as to know if we're going to be completely taking this to trial or if we will work something out.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 45-day reset. This will be the final date for discovery.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
August 28th.
All right, August 28th. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Thank you. All right, just have a seat and your attorney will bring the reset form to you.
I'm sorry for the theatrics, but.
Yeah. Oh, no, hey, I'm telling you, I need to know.
This is what we've been.
Now I need to know because sometimes you're like, it's a theft case, you know?
That case, 16 different complainants.
Carlos Anthony White. Hi. All right, where's your client? So where are we on mental health support?
So we had a staff,
Everyone, please whisper.
so I was present for the staffing with that occurred, I think, last Monday or Tuesday, the day after we were here last time. I have not been given a decision yet,
Okay.
but Mr. White's needs are pretty significant. He is 100% willing to participate. They're looking into placement for him.
All right,
So-
so what we'll do then is they should probably have information for us in about 2 weeks.
I was thinking that I just sent an email.
And if they have it before then, we'll let you know.
Right.
All right, I need a 2-week reset.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry, July 28th.
Okay, that works.
All right, we're gonna bring you back on July 28th. By then, we should have information from mental health court, okay? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're
May I be
welcome.
excused, please?
Yes.
Awesome, thanks.
Early Hernandez. And after Early Hernandez, it will be Christine Hernandez, Larry Smith, Christopher Bernal, and Raphael. You know, I'm gonna ask if you speak Spanish fluently. It's required. We know the answer. Are there any applications in this case?
Application for the 4 years.
Okay. All right, court is calling 2025 CR 001802A and 2025 CR 001801B, State versus Early Yusef Ramirez Hernandez. Can I have parties announce?
This is their hand for the state, Your Honor. Rafael Leal for Mr. Ramirez Hernandez, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Ramirez Hernandez?
Yes.
All right, we have an interpreter here. If you could raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Mr. Leal, do you speak Spanish?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Do you speak it fluently?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you been able to communicate with your client in Spanish?
Yes, I have.
And the documents that I'm going to review with him, were those documents explained to him in Spanish?
Yes,
Mr. Ramirez Hernandez, I'm going to go over the documents with you. All of the documents are in English. Were those documents explained to you in Spanish?
Yeah.
All right, so here's the thing. I don't know a lot of Spanish, but I know yes is not Spanish. So either we're going to use the interpreter or not. So either it's going to be sí or not. Do you understand?
nomás hablo en español.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So do you want to use the interpreter or no?
Yes.
Counsel, in each of the cause numbers, have you received all discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each of the cause numbers, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Ramirez Hernandez, in each of the cause numbers, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
And each of the cause numbers, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictments?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictments as presented?
Yes.
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Okay. And each of the cause numbers, Mr. Ramirez Hernandez, did you review the admonishments and admonitions and waivers with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
In each cause number, you're charged with aggravated robbery. That's a first-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you are giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand in each of these cause numbers, if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor, he has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe he was and is currently competent.
Mr. Ramirez Hernandez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
No.
Counsel, have you explained to your client or had an attorney explain to him the consequences of entering a plea in this case and its impact on his immigration status?
Yes, Your Honor. In fact, there is a Padilla letter that I requested and was provided to me.
All right. Mr. Ramirez Hernandez, did you understand that by entering into this plea bargain agreement, you will be deported and not allowed to re-enter the United States?
Yes.
Did you understand that you will be denied naturalization?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 12 years in the prison. The state is silent on your application for deferred adjudication. The cases were run concurrently and also run concurrently with 2024 CC 41987. State is taking in consideration 2025 CR 001800B, 2025 CR 001830, 2024 CC 742954. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
And did you understand if the court finds that there was a weapon used, then the court will make an affirmative finding of deadly weapon? Did you understand that?
Yes.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of your plea bargain agreement?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses? The state will call in the right to remain silent. Oh, I am so sorry. Let's go back. Thank you, counsel. All right, so you understand you, by signing those waivers, that you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then in each cause number, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
All right. State, any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor. State Exhibit number 1 with all the attachments in the cases.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, state your may excuse. Could I have a file stamp for a plea, please? All right, did you review the documents entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes.
Did he review them, counsel?
Yes, he did, Judge. Just been
Again,
some time ago that
yeah,
I probably wasn't.
I know it's been since May. All right. Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses to state what calling the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, in each of the cause numbers, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Counsel, PSI will take about 8 weeks, or if you would like, we could call it back sooner and you can have whatever witnesses you would like here. So which do you prefer?
The 8 weeks,
I'm sorry?
the 8 weeks.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a PSI and TAP evaluation, please.
This is what I have for him.
Yes.
I call Jose Castellanos to stand, Judge.
All right, so counsel, are you asking to proceed with sentencing today?
Yes,
All right, who would you call?
Jose Castellanos.
All right, Jose Castellano.
Ramirez Hernandez. Con espalda.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
My name is Jose Castellanos.
All right, yes, you may proceed.
Mr. Castellanos, what is your function at, let me rephrase that, who do you work for?
I work for the Managed Assigned Counsel.
And what is your position at the managed assigned counsel?
I'm a mental health case manager.
And have you have an opportunity to interview Mr. Early Josué Ramirez Hernandez?
Yes.
And when was the interview taken?
I met with him on 6/10/25, and then I did an assessment on 6/24/25.
Okay. And the assessment that you made on Mr. Ramirez Hernandez, what does that consist of?
It consists of a questionnaire, which is called the Adverse Childhood Experiences Questionnaire, and then just gathering information from his experiences growing up, and family, if there's been like any other assessments, or if he's had any we just met with psychiatrists, drug use, suicide, and things like that.
And let me backtrack a little bit, but you you are the mental health manager at MAC, is that right?
Yes.
And do you hold a degree in counseling?
I do.
And what is that?
That's I have a master's in clinical mental health counseling.
And is that from UTSA or some other place?
No, it's from the University of Texas, San Antonio.
Okay. And prior to working with the management assigned counsel, did you work for someone else specializing in providing counseling to perpetrators and victims?
Yes, I work for the Family Violence Prevention Services.
Okay, and anywhere else?
I've also worked for San Antonio Recovery Center, and then most of my experience was at True Mental Health Services.
Okay, and we were talking about that you gave an assessment to Mr. Ramirez Hernandez concerning trauma. What trauma did you find, were you discussing with Mr. Ramirez Hernandez?
Well, he has He has a lot of trauma. His dad was murdered when he was about like 7 years old. He's from Honduras, so a lot of what he explained to me or reported was that the MS-13 gang murdered his dad and then also murdered his brother. His brother got murdered back in 2020. Shortly after that, there was some threats on his life where he had to make the decision. His family had to also make the decision to bring him here to the United States for refuge. And then another thing that he reported was that when his dad got murdered, they lost everything due to the gang. The gang took a lot of their property, took their assets, and they were like left on the streets, homeless, trying to figure things out.
And did Mr. Ramirez Hernandez and his family experience extreme poverty in Honduras?
They did, and they still do. One of the things that he reported to me was that, even at his very young age, he's also responsible for helping to support his mom and his siblings. He reported back in 2020 when his brother was murdered, his mom had a breakdown. And after that, she was never the same. Same thing with one of his siblings. So his mom, she resides in Honduras right now. She's unable to work.
Was Mr. Ramirez Hernandez prior to his arrest required to support his mom and the rest of the family?
Yeah, he reported that he has to help support his mom and his siblings financially, but even here in the US, he's residing with his sister. But like I said, even when he got here at a very young age, he was responsible for his share of like the rent, hygiene stuff, food and things like that.
Now, concerning, did you got to talk about the offenses? And do you know that he's charged with aggravated robbery in 3 cases?
Yes.
And has he expressed remorse to you about what the situation?
He did. One of the things that he reported was that he felt that, since he didn't have any money, and he still had to financially support himself here and then support his mom back home and his siblings, he felt that, what he did was just something he did out of impulse. And he said that he regretted what he did. He said he felt some remorse afterwards. And he said that he even, felt that at some point, he told the other accomplice that they wanted to return the money and the vehicle.
So were you aware that all these offenses occur in a period last year from October 28th to November the 20th? Were you aware that during the 3-week or so period, all these offenses were committed?
Yes.
And did you get an understanding or an inkling as to, in those 3 or 4 weeks when this happened, what was, aside from what you already mentioned, what else was going on in his life?
He reported that there was a lot of bullying happening at school. He said that the only person that had ever showed him any type of like love and respect was the individual that was also alleged on this crime. So he built a really close relationship with this individual. He felt like he was lonely in life. He didn't have anybody. He went through a lot of depression. There was like some drug use, that he reported to, which was marijuana that he said, he was consuming daily in order for him to be able to cope with a lot of the stressors.
Are the brains of young people of that age, 18 and under, well developed to assess the full capabilities or commissions of offenses?
No. Another thing is, when children and even youth, since they are still developing, if they're experiencing a lot of life stressors and there's been a lot of trauma in their life, it kind of distorts their cognitive functioning, their emotional functioning, and this is a lot of reasons why a lot of these individuals commit the crimes that they do. And in his report, the fact that he didn't have the proper guidance and the proper parental guidance, I could see why he will be committing the crimes that he did.
Now, during your assessment, you were able to evaluate him for emotional abuse and physical abuse, is that correct?
Yes,
And you found that there was traumatic experiences
yes,
concerning those areas, is that right?
yes,
What about emotional neglect and physical neglect?
as well. Yes.
And there was mental illness in his household as well?
Yeah, he reported that, like I mentioned earlier, he reported that his mom, had went through a crisis after his brother was murdered. And he couldn't explain to me what was happening or what was wrong with her, but he did report that after that, she was never the same.
Now, you use some standards in your assessment with the maximum score in 10, number 10. What would you score that based on your assessment that you found that Mr. Ramirez Hernandez had?
He scored a 7. And
Is that significant?
yeah, according to the adverse childhood experiences assessment, anybody that scores over a 5, lets us know that they've experienced a lot of adversity growing up.
Now, just to emphasize, Mr. Ramirez Hernandez's father was murdered when he was 6, is that correct?
Yes,
And his brother when he was 14, is that correct?
yes.
Okay. And in all these traumas, do they have an effect on the child's emotional development?
They do. It affects their emotions, their way of thinking, but it also distorts just the reality of this of life of this world, because of all the trauma that
All right, and in your opinion, is rehabilitation possible with Mr. Ramirez Hernandez?
I believe there is.
And would he benefit more from treatment and counseling as opposed to just sending him to prison?
I believe so. I believe that intervention is going to play a big part in his life. I think he does need a lot of therapy, to go back and assess and kind of work on all the trauma that he's been through and some of the trauma that he still experiences.
And do you have an opinion as to what the court for the court, or should they be given something called deferred education or not?
Yes.
Pastor Williams.
All right, state.
Yes, I know that we have a silent plea here, but let's still ask you some questions about the facts of this case. One, and what you testified to just previously, everything that you just testified to, you received from the defendant himself, is that right?
Yes.
So did you confirm that his father was murdered?
Yes.
Did you confirm that his brother was murdered?
Yes. I contacted his sister. His sister kind of gave me a report about like everything that they've experienced and he continues to experience. Even to now, he said that the MS-13 gang still continues to harass him even to this day.
So let me ask you this: you confirmed that his family members were murdered through his sister?
Yes.
So where did you confirm it officially?
No, that's the only information I have.
So you just got it from the defendant, you got it from the defendant's family,
Right.
but you have no other information on the murders of the MS-13 gang and the affiliation between the defendant and that organization.
Correct.
So, and are you aware that this individual, you're talking about, he has mental incapacities, is that right?
What I'm saying is that there's some psychological problems that happen when individuals go through the suffer trauma.
That cause them to commit re-ag robberies.
It affects their choices. Yeah, it impacts the choices that they make.
In this case, re-ag robberies.
Yes.
And you're aware that in the stipulations that have been stipulated to, that given to the court, that this individual was on jail calls talking about, I need to talk in code because they're recording this phone call. And that look out because the police have our Facebook and Instagram accounts. You're aware of all that?
No.
Okay, so you've never read the reports in this case, have you?
No.
And so do you think that would help you with the evaluation of this individual's mental capacity?
With his mental health, yes. with his-
But you have not reviewed any of that?
No.
Okay, that's the issue.
No further questions, Judge.
All right, thank you so much for coming down and giving me some insight. All right, any other witnesses?
Mr. Ramirez Hernandez.
Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I swear before God.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Erly Josué Ramirez Hernandez.
All right, defense, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Ramirez Hernandez, how old are you?
18.
Okay, and were you already 18 back in October, November timeframe of last year?
El 9 de octubre nos cumplimos 18. I turned 18 October 9th.
Okay, now these aggravated robberies that you're pleading no contest to all happened within a period of 3 weeks. Last year, have you had any previous violations of the law prior to the October timeframe?
No.
And what was going on during those 3 weeks where these robberies were committed?
El problema fue que me quedé sin trabajo, mi carro se dañó, no tenía dinero y me sentía que no sabía qué hacer, no encontraba trabajo, estaba en la escuela, tenía que estudiar, trabajar y mi mamá estaba muy enferma. So what happened is that I lost my job, my car was damaged, I did not have money, I did not know what to do. I didn't have a job, I was in school, I had to work, I had to help my mom, she was sick.
And were you also responsible for supporting your mother?
Sí, desde que llegué aquí a este país, he sido quien ha ayudado a mi mamá con sus rentas, para los alimentos, para sus medicamentos, y ha sido quien la ha apoyado en todo. Yes, ever since I got here to this country, I've been helping her out. I've been responsible for helping her out with her rent, her food, her medication, and I've been supporting her with everything.
And were you also attending school at the time?
School?
Were you attending school?
Sí, estaba estudiando. Yes, I was studying.
What grade were you in at the time?
En grado 12. 12.
Okay. And why were you why you felt necessary for you to place yourself in danger and also place in danger other people to commit these robberies? Why did you feel necessary that to be necessary for you to do?
No sé, me sentía contra la espalda y la pared, no sabía lo que estaba haciendo, en verdad, no pensé lo grave que era y lo que en verdad estaba cometiendo. Cuando vine a darme cuenta de lo que estaba haciendo, quise regresarlo para atrás, pero fue demasiado tarde, me arrestaron en ese momento. So I don't know, I felt between the rock and the wall. I didn't even think about how serious it was. And when I was already doing, by the time I realized what I was doing, I wanted to return everything, but it was too late. I got arrested.
And just going back into what Mr. Castellano said, was your father murdered when he was 6?
Sí. Yes. Tenía 3 días de haber cumplido 6 años cuando me asesinaron. I had been 6 for 3 days by the time he was murdered.
And was this murder committed by an MS-13 gang member?
Sí. Yes.
And what about your brother? Was he also murdered?
Sí. Yes.
And how old were you then?
Tenía 14.
I was 14.
How did that make you feel?
Fue una manera inesperada, no sabía qué hacer. Luego comencé a recibir muchas amenazas, me sentía perdido. Luego mi familia decidieron mandarme para acá porque me amenazaban mucho de muerte en mi país. No podía estar allá, no podía salir ni de mi casa.
So it was something that was unexpected. I didn't know what to do. I was receiving a lot of threats. I felt lost. My family decided to send me over here because in my country, I was receiving death threats. I couldn't even leave my house. I was home.
Did you feel like you have some kind of a guidance by an older family member or a parent when you were here, when you arrived in the United States?
Cuando llegué aquí a los Estados Unidos, llegué con mi hermana mayor y pues era ella nomás quien estaba conmigo acá, pero pues igual pasaba mi mayoría de tiempo solo porque ella trabajaba.
So when I arrived to the United States, I came with my oldest sister, but I spent most of my time alone because she was working.
Now, are you remorseful that you committed these offenses?
¿Cómo?
What do you mean?
Do you feel regret that you committed these offenses?
Yo les quiero pedir un perdón porque yo sé que cometí un delito y sé que está mal lo que hice. Les pido que por favor me den una oportunidad más. Yo no soy una persona mala, simplemente estaba contra la espalda y la pared, no sabía qué hacer, tenía a mi mamá hospitalizada y siento que
So I want to ask for forgiveness. I know that the offense that I committed is wrong. It's nothing that I was supposed to do. I'd like to ask for an opportunity. I'm not someone who's bad. I was just in a very, very difficult situation. And at the time, my mom was also hospitalized.
So is your request to the court to give you an opportunity by giving you the foreign education probation?
sí, le estoy pidiendo que me dé una oportunidad. Quiero poder ayudar a mi mamá, poder tratar de comprarle su casa. Quiero poder terminar mi escuela, poder aprender el inglés. Mi hermana ha quedado muy enferma también de la muerte de mi hermano. Ha tenido que estar en psicólogo, ha escapado a quedar loca.
Yes, I would like to request an opportunity to be able to continue to help my mom. I would like to buy her house. I want to finish my school. I want to be able to learn English. And also, well, my sister has also said she's been very affected since the death of my brother. She's having to see psychologists and it's like she's going crazy.
What's the one?
All right, any questions?
Yes, on the facts of this, what you just testified to, one, where are you from?
Honduras.
Honduras. And you said you're receiving death threats there.
Sí.
Yes,
And so that's a pretty difficult situation, is that correct?
yes,
And so you had the opportunity to come to America.
Sí.
yes,
And you came here to get out of that difficult situation.
Sí.
yes.
Can I ask you, why were you receiving death threats?
Por la muerte de mi hermano, me han quedado amenazando a mí. Ha sido prácticamente el único varón que ha quedado en la casa. No sé por qué me han amenazado. Incluso estando aquí en Estados Unidos, me han amenazado.
So ever since my brother died, they've continued to threaten me. I'm the only male in the house now. I don't know why. Even now that I'm here in the United States, they continue to threaten me.
And so during the robbery here, that you're charged with these robberies, you had a gun in your possession.
Yes,
You got that gun over here in the United States.
No era mío.
it wasn't mine.
Was it, did you hold it?
Yes,
And you were going to school here at Sam Houston High School. That's in the stipulations, is that right?
yes.
You were attending there. Why were you not attending there on the date of these robberies?
Porque tuve una pelea escolar y me tenían castigado en una escuela de Estrada, se llama la escuela.
Because I was involved in a school fight, so then I was punished and I was sent to the school is Estrada.
The Estrada Achievement Center, is that correct?
Yes,
And that's for individuals that do bad things at their high school and they have to go to a different school for doing something bad. Is that correct?
yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Any other questions?
No,
All right, sir. You said that where you left and the witness testified that you were impacted by trauma. Is that correct?
Yes,
Then why would you come here and cause trauma to other people?
No sabía lo que estaba haciendo en verdad.
I don't know.
Necesitaba dinero y pensé que era una manera correcta y cuando me arrepentí ya era demasiado tarde.
I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing. I needed money, but by the time that I regretted it, it was too late.
But didn't you do this on more than one day?
Sí.
Yes,
So where was your thought process from day to day? Well, you're saying that you regretted it time you did it, correct?
Sí.
yes,
All right, but then you did it again. Is
No.
that,
no.
you only did it once?
No lo había hecho anteriormente, pero no portaba la arma, yo no sabía, solo iba a acompañar.
No, I had done it before, but I wasn't the one carrying the weapon and I had just been accompanied before.
All right, but you were involved in all of the robberies, were you not?
Sí.
Yes,
All right, did you receive money from any of the robberies?
No,
no,
So you're saying no one gave you any money?
no,
no,
You did this so you could get money, but no one gave you any money from these robberies?
del primer robo no me dieron nada porque en la tienda no había dinero, solo había $300.
So from the first robbery, I was not given anything because they didn't have anything at the store. They only had $300.
All right. And I guess people don't want to split $300. So that's the first store. And then the second store, how much money was taken?
En la segunda tienda eran $500.
The second store was $500.
All right. And how much money did you receive from that one?
Me dieron $100.
They gave me $100.
All right. And then there are other cases that are being taken in consideration. I'm assuming those are aggravated robberies as well?
one is, Judge.
All right. The other aggravated robbery, how much money did you receive from that?
En el otro robo habían $480, era lo que iba a regresar.
So from the other robbery, there were $480, and that's what I wanted to reach.
All right. So you wanted to return that amount?
Sí.
Yes,
All right. So one, there are many lessons to be learned from this, but I don't know why people think they're going to go to a convenience store and get $1 million. All right, this is what the court is going to do in each case. In each case, the court is finding you guilty. In each case, there's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon, 12 years in the prison, credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine, time and money to run concurrent. I'll request the therapeutic community. The cases will run concurrently with each other and also with 2024 CC 41987. State is taking in consideration 2024 CR 001830, 2025 CR 001800B, 2024 CC 742954, and there's to be no re-entry into the United States. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal?
Yes.
Because it's a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Good luck to you. Here's the thing. You can't build your happiness off somebody else's misery because you don't have money. That doesn't mean you cause other people trauma by taking theirs. You understand? All right, good luck to you. Thank you. Who's here on Christine Hernandez?
I'm Judge.
Is this going to be contested or no?
No, Judge, we have an agreement.
All right, court is calling 2020 CR 9869B, State versus Christine Hernandez. Can I have parties announced?
Deputy Pitlock for the state of Texas, Your Honor.
Orlando Gastinon for defense.
All right, and are you Christine Hernandez?
Yes, I am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Are you the same Christine Hernandez who was placed on community supervision in 2020 CR 9869B for the offense of prohibited substance in a correctional facility, alcohol, drug, phone, tobacco on July 27, 2023 for a term of 6 years? Is that you?
Yes, it is.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. On or about, well, it's violation of condition number 2. On or about the 18th day of February 2025 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Christine Hernandez did then and there illegally use a controlled substance, namely methamphetamines, in violation of condition number 2.
Quick to that, true or not true?
True.
State will waive and abandon the remaining violations, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could sentence you to 8 years in the prison?
Yes, I do.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, I do.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. That is to continue probationer on probation, but to amend for the following conditions. In conversing with probation, the state recognizes we need an updated TAP eval. The state would ask for that while in custody, as well as a felony drug court evaluation while in custody. The state would ask for weekly reporting for the first 60 days after custody, IVR hotline, and MRT moral recognition therapy, Your Honor.
All right. I don't think you're an appropriate candidate for probation. You were previously here on a violation of condition number 2. At that time, the court revoked your deferred adjudication, found you guilty, sentenced you to 8 years in the prison, suspended it for 6 years. At that time, a TAP evaluation was to be completed in custody, and there's supposed to be the UA hotline. Doesn't appear that you're a good candidate for probation, so I'm not going to continue on this probation. Do you understand?
I do.
All right. So the court is going to revoke, give you credit for any time served. Does anyone want to speak to a term?
Yes, Judge. We'd ask that you consider reforming the judgment to a more, I think, suitable sentence. I believe that this term should be more along the lines of 4 years.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to revoke, give you credit for any time served. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, and the court will request the therapeutic community. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yeah.
All right, you do have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are in community supervision. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, when you're released from custody, if you have issues or problems finding a sober home or someone that will help you with maintain your sobriety, if I'm here, you can come back here and I'll find a place for you. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Yes. Christopher Bernal.
Present here out as well, Your Honor.
Yes.
Judge, just to update the court, we're negotiating with the state. We're not gonna come to a resolution today.
Okay.
There is a little bit of discovery I probably need to still go into for due diligence, but otherwise we would like to have another court date.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you can recall this in 3 weeks for a plea deadline date, please.
August, we do August fifth, Judge, on that one.
All right, August 5th.
Sounds good, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you. John Anthony Robles. Thank you for filling in the dates.
Yes. Last one's
Yeah. All right, counsel, in this case, do you have all discovery?
I do, yes, Judge.
All right, has an offer been tendered?
Yes, Judge, and I believe we are gonna accept that offer, if we could get recalled for tomorrow morning.
All right. Ms. Ferguson, Robles is going to be recalled tomorrow for disposition.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll bring you back tomorrow, sir, okay?
All right, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.